Hey there, Cole. Hope you're having a great time in New York. Here's your video lesson for today. 3 things I want to talk about. I'll go down the list. If you have questions at the end or when you look at anything, have your mom or dad shoot me over a message, and I'll do my best to answer. So let's get to it. So first thing is E-minor pentatonic boxes 5 and 1. Thank you so much for memorizing those for me. Right? We're going to hang out with those boxes for a little bit. We're going to do a lot of work with them to make sure they stick in your brain, and then we'll move on after I feel like they have stuck in your brain well enough. One thing in box 5. Box 1's looking great. Box 5 is where we need to clean up a little bit. You did 10, 12, 9, 12. Now if you're playing box 2, you've been correct. You're playing box 5 though. It's going to be 10, 12, 10, 12, 9, 12, 9, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12. So just watch out for that, okay? Technique is actually, we're going to talk about this. So it's not the left hand, other than that one point right there. It's going to be the right hand. And what we're going to do is we're going to anchor the hand to the guitar. So what I saw you doing is you're floating up here in space. Even when I play classical guitar, I am always anchored to, I'm always anchored to the strings. I'm always playing like, I'm always touching the string right a moment before I play. I'm always anchored. And the same thing holds true with rock guitar and playing with a pick, is that we're not floating up here with the hand kind of just floating out here in space. What you're going to do is you're going to anchor your wrist. You're going to be like in this part of it's going to change as we kind of move through the strings, but it's going to be roughly right about this part of your hand right here is where you're going to be contacting the guitar and the strings. So right about where the screw is, I'm looking on here, and actually have a Squier. I'm not sure how many screws it has on the pick guard, but if it's anything like mine, I got a screw right here, and then right here like that. So I'm going to palm the body of the guitar. My wrist is going to go concave, and what I'm going to do is, since I'm elevated here, I'm clearing the 6th string, down, up, down, up, down, up. So all that fast stuff, you got to be. I feel like you got to be anchored to pull that off really well. All the great players are anchored, right? So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now here's what happens. I'm not doing this the whole way, so I'm not like reaching for it. If you watch, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Right about here, so when I hit the 5th string, I'm starting to touch the 6th string with my hand. And when I get to the 4th string, I'm starting to get onto the strings. So I'm laying that 4th string. I'm still touching the pick guard a little bit, but I'm starting to get more and more onto the strings. I'm literally on the strings right here. You can see, right? You can see that in the camera, but I'm actually touching the strings. I go here. Next one down. I'm slowly doing this right here. Do this on open strings slowly at first to get the feel for it. And when you feel comfortable with that, you do. Oops. That sounds familiar. Da, 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 da. Oh God, who is that? It's the Arctic Monkeys or something like that. Black Keys or something, I don't know, one of those bands. Now I'm starting to get onto the strings. Slowly. Is that 2 minutes, okay? So you see as I'm doing that, my hand is slowly coming down with the pick. Right? So you can do both directions with that as well. Back onto the pick guard. Awesome, do that for me. And then horizontal connection between the boxes. So we have this. So you can play vertical all the time, but I find that gets kind of boring after a while. What I like to do is something like this. So I'm in box 5. Shift into box 1. And that allows me to get around the neck. Something like that. All right. So do that with those 2 boxes. Howbook looking great. I love 45. It was really good. I can tell you're counting. I love that. Don't stop doing that. Right. You're gonna be a great player. You just keep on counting. Okay. Right. Counting is the most important thing I think that we do. Staying in time. Do number 46. It's a bluegrass classic. Hugo's is taking a side quest into bluegrass right now, so maybe you guys could add a song together if you want to. Number 3 is you were supposed to send over a song to me. I have in my notes here that you're doing NIB. Obviously, I can't say anything about it since I haven't seen it. I'm assuming everything is going well, especially with the right? And then that jump in there. For Girls Got Rhythm, the chord is not too crazy. This is the main riff, and it's going to be D5, C5, and then you're going to do a little riff that at first I put it here, but then I changed my mind. And since we were talking about partial bar chords, you're like, Doug, why do I have to play partial bar chords? I can easily just do it like here, like this, right? And my answer was, because I'm preparing you for the next thing, silly. I'm preparing you for bar chords. And so yes, you can play this, 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 right? You can do any number of weird things that could work. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to develop the next set of techniques and abilities so that way we can play harder songs, right? That's the why. So then I got the idea of doing this. And then doing that where I wanted to have them down here in this position. That way you get more practice on your open power chords and partial bars. I thought it was a great idea. I hope you think so too. And I'm going to change the curriculum to reflect that. So I'm going to put it in a different spot, which is here. So we have this. We have D5. It's that same one we have from, it's the same one I've been having you practice, right? D5, and you're going to go to C5, root 6, or sorry, root 5. D5, C5, and a little pentatonic riff here. You got, remember he plays it up here, but I think it's cooler to play it down here. You could do both if you wanted to. If you want to jump around a little bit, give yourself a bit of a challenge. Right? D5, open D5 to C5. I have that written down for you. I'm almost certain of it. If I don't have that written down for you, have your parents shoot me a message and I will be happy to write it down for you. But I'm 99% sure I've written that out for you. And then you have this little hammer-on figure. 2, 4, 2, 2, 4 is here in the tab. And then C5, and then to A5. So we have this. D5, C5, goes up, down. Remember that you're pointing back at yourself. I have a pyramid first finger. I'm not down here like this. I'm up here like this. I'm hitting strings 5, 4, 3. That is important. You don't want to do that because that's not how he plays it. Right? Cool. So work on that for me. Like I said, if you have any questions or look at anything, have your mom or dad shoot me over a message. If not, I will do another video next week. Yeah, I'll do another video next week, and then I'll see you in person next following. All right, take care, man.